Okie dokie, folks, I'm back. I managed to catch something probably a couple of weeks ago, but it hit me last week, and somewhere between an allergic reaction around my eyes and snuffly cold, I really couldn't look at the computer, see anything, or want to open them. So I took a break. I listened to my body instead of trying to force myself to see and instead of trying to make you all feel disgusting by watching me snivel and weep. I thought it's okay, take a break, but I will still create videos today for the past few days that I missed because I want you to be able to have something. So I guess that is a good place to start. The thing that was moving through me, whatever bug, whatever unwellness was coming up, it's a discomfort to be so unable to open your eyes, to feel like you want to see things, to actually really be able to think clearly, because every 2 seconds you're wiping at something, clearing something. So I had to let go of expectations of what I wanted to happen, of my plans for each day. And, as much as the discomfort was in how I was feeling, the other discomfort is in not following through with things I wanted to. So I decided to find a way through that, which was at least use my mind to consider things, to pay attention to the experience I was having, to use things I could hear on the online radio I was playing behind me, to allow myself a different experience, to still consider things that are discomfort and things that could be utilized by others in support of this year of moving through all this discomfort. So, what do you do when you feel like crap? What do you do when your body doesn't do what you want it to? Do you judge your body? Do you attack your body? Do you curse things? I decided to sit back and really look at what I haven't been listening to. I don't get sick often, and I think the past year, had 3 colds or whatever I had, who knows, viruses. And that being rare for me tells me that my body is tired, my body's worn out. Probably other things I fully know that our bodies have all been challenged. So, what do you do with that? I think, is it all about me? Is it how I have been reacting to things, how I've not been doing things or have been doing things? And on the other hand, I also have to acknowledge that whatever is in the air right now is going to be colds and viruses that are not behaving the way our bodies are used to. We used to have a pretty good system. We had a system that worked with our environment for the most part. Colds, viruses are all in the air. All these things exist around us. Once they have become part of the human fabric, these particles are flowing through the air. And since air doesn't have walls, it moves around the earth, it finds different places, and it becomes part of our fabric. Our bodies, our immune systems get to know these viruses. They learn them. A virus is like a packet of information that your body gets to learn. It drops in. If it's never been experienced, your body figures out how to work with it. It goes through the process of learning, kind of like you do in school. And once it's figured it out, it goes about shifting things and then has that information built in the next time it shows up. So it's much easier to deal with. So now, after a long time of people hanging out inside, of people being partitioned from each other, of these viruses, these ways of our health system not being utilized properly. You've got viruses that grew stronger or shifted and changed, and we weren't out breathing in each other's air, touching each other, hugging each other, hanging on buses together, letting our immune systems learn them. So they shifted and changed, and we didn't change with them. They had new information added, and we're now catching up with that information. This is part of discomfort. Our discomfort is going to be a little bigger than it might have been. We're going to go, this isn't like any cold I've had before. Great. Absolutely, it's not. But can you keep yourself healthy enough? Can you eat good enough food so that, and move and live in a good enough way that when these new, stronger, or shifted, changed experiences of nature come towards you, your body has enough to deal with it? The discomfort is allowing your body to deal with it, but your control over that is learning what to take in, what to do before it arrives so that you are empowered. I felt crappy in many ways, but I was nowhere near what I've heard everyone else was going on around me. It was just that my face, my eyes were keeping me from experiencing everything. Otherwise, I was fine. If I couldn't been able to see properly, if I didn't have constant water pouring out of me, I would have been okay. And if that's the worst that I'm going to get, absolutely. Thank you, body. You got me through. You've learned this thing. And I will now make sure that I'm rested enough and I'm eating well enough and I'm doing the things that are required in order to keep me in as healthy a space as possible. So, what are you going to do for yourself? What do you do for yourself to be okay when the discomfort of illness comes towards you? You know, and I remember, and I know this from many doctors I've met through my life, but I remember a person, one of my teachers, Bernie Clark, who worded it very well, very simply, a way to understand. You need to catch the colds. You need that gentle stress of a cold so that when the bigger things come along, your body's had a workout. It's had something done to it so it can deal with the bigger things. So, what do you need to do? How do you need to work out your immune system? How do you need to stress it? Are you going to avoid everything, not touch anyone, not breathe the air, keep masks on for the rest of your life? Or are you going to go through the discomfort of saying, okay, I'm going to be in places that might be uncomfortable, do things that might have normally made me uncomfortable, and be okay when you do catch something, but be prepared? Can you do that? If you don't want to think about it as illness, what do you want to do for your body? Are you uncomfortable with exercise? Don't go do a marathon. Nobody's asking you to learn how to run well enough to run a marathon, but get out and walk around a few blocks every day. Get out and breathe the fresh air. Get up and move your body. If you don't want to go to the gym, I don't go to the gym. Dance. Get on a rebound or bounce. Do something that puts some form of stress on your body so when something else comes along that's a little bit bigger, it doesn't destroy you. This is all part of discomfort. It might seem like it's not, but it is. Anything that you don't do normally, when you face it, can be uncomfortable. Anything that you catch that you don't normally get can be uncomfortable. Everything that is outside of your zone of comfort, that place where you like to be, that place that you prefer, is discomfort. And if you get so good at liking that place that you exist within, and you contain yourself there, that containment starts getting tighter and tighter. It's like shrink wrap, it holds you in. And then when you do try and get out of it, it's a lot tougher to move that. It's a lot tougher to force it open. Picture something that's been sitting, getting covered in dirt for many, many years. If you were to sweep it every day, clean it every day, it's clean. But if you leave it, it takes forever. It takes the longest time. Take the time now. so that the time is easy, so that it's a simple thing to do. And if you have waited, absolutely fine. Nothing's going to change if you don't start cleaning that space. Don't start grinding the layers off that are keeping you contained. I don't know if this fully made sense. I've got a lot going on through my head right now. So much has come up in the last few days. So I will leave it there. You can always send me any questions. You can ask me whatever you'd like. I will, when I have moments, try and get to any queries. You can always much more easily contact me. The website will be in the description of the channel if you're on YouTube. But I'm pretty easy to find. Reach out, ask somebody around you that you trust, incorporate, or ask somebody to be a buddy. Just start looking at all the ways in your life discomfort can show up in a way that's going to serve you. Okay, I wish you well for now. I'm going to take a moment, regroup, and create the next video that was part of this series that I want to keep going. Bye-bye.